Ah, what a beautiful day. Hmm. Let's check, see how we're doing here on the subscribers. 100 subscribers? Oh my god. I have to do something to celebrate. This is unprecedented. I've, I knew I'd get here eventually. I just didn't know it would come this fast. It's gotta do something special. Some kind of review. What could it be? What could it be? I know. I'll take a request from one of my lovely subscribers. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Let's see here. Let's see here. What we got? Oh no. Oh, chicken. He wants me to review Chicken. The worst Goosebumps book ever made? Hello everyone, I'm Nightmare Nemo, and welcome to Scary Town, the Goosebumps and Fear Street review show. And so today we're going to be reviewing Chicken. Get a good look there. How ridiculous is this? Just kind of just drink it in. Just wow. There's the back there. Okay, so everything about this is, by the way, just completely over the top, completely ridiculous. I'm sure R.L. Stein had a lot of fun writing this book, but it's yeah, we're gonna get to that. So anyway, so the tagline is actually really good. It's a finger licking nightmare, and then the back is don't call them chicken legs. It's really hard to know where to start with this. So like I say, a lot of people don't like this book, and wasn't really sure what to think about it. Like going into it, I was kind of hesitant, but also looking forward to it because, it's like, is this really as bad as everyone says it is? And it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, I would say arguably probably like one of the most silly and just out there Goosebumps books that's ever been published. It's just I mean, it shows it on the cover. Somebody turning into a chicken person. I mean, how much more ludicrous can you get than that? Really, the story starts out as Crystal and Cole, brother and sister. Cole and a couple of his friends are going to do this dare where they basically fill up these jugs of water, pour all the water into the mailbox of this lady, Vanessa, and Vanessa is like the local, like, she dressed all in black, and she's basically like this goth woman, and a lot of people believe that she's a witch and she casts spells on people that do her wrong, and a lot of the local kids like to play mean tricks on her and such. And so they're gonna do this prank, and most of them get away with it. Where Crystal and two of her friends are like watching from the grass, and they're not involved in the prank at all. They're just kind of like watching, and Crystal doesn't want them to do this because it's really mean and such. But they get caught. Vanessa comes out and sees what they were doing, and all the kids scatter, so she doesn't see who exactly was doing it, and so she sees Crystal, and is like, okay, assumes that she was in on it. I said, like, this book has a lot of problems with the story and the plot. This part is actually almost not relevant at all to the rest of what happens in the story, and we're gonna get into that in a bit. I'll explain. So so everything's fine, and then it's just kind of worries. Crystal is like, it's just worried like that Vanessa's gonna find her and then put like a spell on her and such, and it's kind of worrying her and stuff. And then Cole and a friend of his are playing like this really dumb game where, like, I don't know if this is a real thing that actually happened back in the 90s, but they're throwing an egg at each other, like playing catch, and the game is like, once you catch it, you have to move a little bit further than where you originally were, and it's just kind of this game of like who can catch it without it hitting you and having egg on your face. Eventually that happens, and then Cole and his friend getting uh, roughing each other up by this grocery store, and just so happens Vanessa comes out of the store with bags of groceries in her hands, and the boys trip into her, and then glass shatters and everything goes on the floor, and it's just Vanessa's like steamed, and Crystal's there of course as well. So she sees Crystal and Cole, and then she just like looks at him like with the evil eyes and says, "Chicken, chicken," at them, like kind of like whisper them like creepily, and then that's that. And so basically the rest of the story is Crystal and Cole slowly turning into chickens, like chicken people, and it is the most ridiculous like thing ever, and it's not scary. I'm guessing Alstein thought it was a funny idea, and it is not really. It comes off as like the whole book is this running joke, and the joke is, these kids are turning to chickens, and it's basically that. It's like not even played up like another book that recently came out, The Lizard of Oz, that I just reviewed, is a similar concept, but it's done differently because turning into the lizard is more horrifying as an idea than turning into a chicken. And chickens are usually used for like comedic effect, and they're just funny animals, and lizards are more kind of scary a little bit. So it's just the joke wears pretty thin. Like maybe if you thought it was funny at first, it just keeps running on, and just it's not funny. At least personally, I didn't find it funny. And it's just there's not enough to the story. There's nothing. There's hardly a reaction from other people towards them for there to be any kind of back and forth as far as them like feeling like they're ostracized, like they're feared or whatever. Is they barely people barely notice that they're turning into chickens. It's really odd. Even their parents are just kind of really paying attention and whatnot. So, and I was expecting there to be like this big twist, like, because somebody said essentially like the Lizard of Oz, that's has a lot of parallels with this story, is basically a worse version of Chicken Chicken, and I'm like, I was expecting there to be an equivalent twist at the end, and it doesn't. There is no real twist at the end. It's just what you see. Like Vanessa put a spell on them, and that's pretty much it. And it has like this really stupid ending at the end, and it's just you just want to hit yourself. And I can really honestly say this, that there's nothing to enjoy here. There's no reason to read this because it's horrible, and it's just Unless you find the concept of it funny, then more power to you if you actually do. And it's just there's nothing redeemable about any of this. It's just a bad joke that it's just for like 100 some odd pages, and it's the same joke over and over. And as you know, if you didn't find it funny, then you're in for a bad trip. So that's pretty much chicken. It and you don't really there's not enough time that you care about the characters, specifically Cole, the annoying little brother who plays a lot of mean pranks to Vanessa and to his sister as well. And you don't really care about him turning into a chicken. It's like, well, he deserves it, and then, well, Crystal doesn't deserve it either. You know, the Crystal herself is kind of a stock character, so you don't really care about what happens to her. So it's just like, okay, whatever. And that's basically the story, and it there's not enough there to. I mean, it's not scary, it's not funny, and I don't care about the characters. So I mean, there's no point for this book to exist other than I'm guessing it was just kind of like an experiment from Stein, saying like, you know, how far can I push the silliness, the goofiness of Goosebumps, and see if people will like it. And obviously it didn't work, so he didn't really do anything like that so overly silly. uh, Again, I guess. So that's chicken, and just a special review here, and probably a bit longer than my usual reviews, but it's just a lot of stuff to unpack with the review. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I just want to thank everybody that's subscribed to the channel, and if you haven't, then feel free to do so, and look forward to putting out some more awesome reviews for you guys in the very near future. So, thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.